I thought we had another good day. I thought the pace of practice was something that we were really trying to push, and wanted to see an improved finish between each rep, and just kind of getting that mindset of trying to focus on the communication, the fundamentals of our alignments, executing that first step, but then really want to see that sense of urgency to finish. And we talk about the consistency that's necessary. Even today, just being in helmets, it still provides a great opportunity for us to kind of push that tempo and force guys to have to play faster than maybe even what reality is going to be. But I thought our guys responded in that regards from the other day. We added a little bit of installation. Still a huge focus on the fundamental parts of it, and that's going to be a big part of the spring in general. We'll have come Wednesday, the pads will come on, which we'll see really where that takes some of these guys that are new. But I'm excited about what I've seen. I think guys are flashing, showing growth, showing development that are returners, and excited about the newcomers and what they've done in the first couple of days. And Wednesday will be more of a defining practice of exactly where they are.
Has something clicked with Ja'Kai? He seems to be involved in a lot of not big plays, good plays, 7-on-7, 8-on-11.
Yeah, Ja'Kai, he's really growing up. He's one of those guys that coming in as a true freshman was probably forced into action in a couple different roles. Had to play running back, moving around the slot. Even this last year, faced a little bit of that just in, of not being at a true position. But as the season kept going on, you saw his growth, his development. He's made some great plays. For the first game of the season last year, had a big play in a critical moment. Obviously, the Miami game is one that always comes to mind. But his confidence and we've moved him to receiver, and we are very confident in what he can do there. And he's battling. We're limiting him just a little bit here. Just battling. A little something physically, but I'm so excited about where he's going, and that he adds to that competition in that room, and I think he's got a great future in front of him, and really settling in and playing very confident.
Sticking with the wide receiver room, between the guys returning and the guys you brought in, is it the combination of different body types and skill sets kind of presented itself for the first couple days?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, we're starting to look and move and perform the way that you would want that group to look like. And once again, we're in helmets. I mean, it's you should be able to go out there and execute well. And but I like the group, and I like the work ethic. I mean, even the newcomers, when they came in, they understood the expectation, the challenge. They're still figuring out some of the finer details through those repetitions. But I like what I'm seeing from the young guys that are developing and the newcomers and what they're bringing in. I think that can be a position that can turn into a strength to what we're doing. And I think you see the confidence in Jordan and the other quarterbacks just when you can put it in a range for these guys and got a great shot.
Coach, talking about a guy like Tate, and just for your progression, what you need to see out of him, what are the needs this 15 practices that you have to see from him? Just
you
show
said
the progression.
With who?
Tate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He. I think Tate's had. Going back and watching the film the other day, I thought he had a really good day. Just his decision-making process. There was a play here, a play there. Just that consistency has to continue to build upon. But he's very talented, and he understands. He's a really good athlete. Probably one of the better athletes that we have on the team, and people don't necessarily think that. But I mean, he can move and he can extend plays. I thought today, I mean, there's he had one play that he's definitely going to learn from, but those moments are, I mean, he understands and the immediate recall of what he could do or other possibilities. That just shows his confidence in the offense, and he'll show that consistency. I mean, definitely has really good talent, and like I've seen for 2 days.
What has Tatum Bethune brought to the linebacker group?
And I like watching Tatum. I mean, he is he's an accelerator, and I mean I think you look at his body type. I mean he's strong. He weighs a lot more than what he looks like, and I mean he packs. He's a powerful player, but when he sees the ball, I mean, or he's got to get to a place in coverage, I mean he just accelerates to it, and he's got a great knack for what he sees and being able to decipher information quickly. I think he's going to bring great experience and athletic playmaking ability.
I know they obviously don't have pads yet, but with a guy like Bless Harris, can you tell that he can play this competition?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's, what I like seeing from him, I mean, you see his confidence throughout his experience. And, I mean, there was a couple of plays even yesterday, or on Saturday, he's so patient. And, sometimes a young offensive line, which, he's not the oldest guy in the world. I mean, you see guys that will get in a sense of panic when maybe they're not in the best spot. And even the first day, first practice, you see his patience and confidence and athletic ability. He's got great size. I mean, I'm excited to see him in pads. Let me say that. But I mean, it's from his movements and the things we've seen in 2 days. Excited about him.
Zaria had another pick today. What's kind of stood out to you about him so far?
Just the playmaking ability. I mean, he's still figuring it out. I mean, him, Sam McCall, I mean, those guys, they're hitting the ground running. But, when the ball's in the air, you like seeing those playmakers being able to make plays on the ball. Had a pick today was phenomenal. I mean, it was a really impressive play. So, I like seeing those guys that get great length, great size. What I love is even the amount of information we're putting on there, they're processing it really quick, and it's going to give them a great chance to make an impact.
What have you seen from Caden Lyles? Stepping in the center role around a bunch of teammates isn't the easiest thing to do.
No, he's somebody that when he came in, he's brought the right mindset, and he's a team guy. He obviously has played a lot of football. He's done he's done some great things throughout his career. But as he's coming here, just building the relationships. He spends so much time. I mean, I'll walk down the halls, and I'm saying he'll be in an office, all by himself, just studying film, making sure that he's doing everything in his power to understand. Because you play the center's position, you got to make all the calls. You got to take command of it, and he's hit the ground running. And he's got great size, athletic ability, and strength. And so, it's going to be fun, seeing him as spring continues to progress on what he does.
Coach, you gave a lot of praise to Ronnie Hill today. I saw you really lighten up when you made some good plays. What did he show you today that brought you excitement when you saw him make some plays?
He made some good plays. Yeah. No, I like Rodney so much. I mean, he comes to work every single day, whether it's tour duty, whether it's pick the workout, and he comes to the meetings with an intense purpose. And for him to go through that and to have an opportunity to have some of those flash plays, I mean, it's exciting. And we knew when we recruited him, that he was I think a special athlete. But I mean, the way he accelerates, the way he can change direction, he'll figure it out. I mean, it's we ask our backs to do a lot, and I mean he's studying and doing a great job and putting himself in position, and made some plays in the run game, and also catching the ball out of the backfield.
The three-back position is a position that you said put a lot on the plate of those guys. Or are you hoping to see better production out of the tight end three-back spot this season?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, I think we've had some production out of it. I mean, there were, last year between Jordan and and Cam, I mean, we were 35-something catches. I mean, so I think that's a position that can continue to do more. But I mean, they play a huge role in this offense, and as we continue to build upon that, I like the guys we have. I mean, you look at Cam and the experience that he has. Then some of I think Wyatt Rector's really coming into his own on that, and then some of those newcomers. I mean, you have. And you look at Jackson West, Mark Houston, both of those guys have flashed in moments the first 2 days. A guy that's really impressive is, Brian Courtney. I mean, he can absolutely fly, and I mean, he is. Tomorrow will be a great day to see him and see where he goes, and just, but I like what I've seen so far.
Johnny Wilson had a nice stretch there, catching like 3 in a row, 7-on-7.
It's a good stretch.
Is that the expectation you have when you go out there and make an impact every single time?
Every time the ball's thrown to you.
Piece of cake. It's a reasonable expectation.
The defensive front, Coach, you haven't talked about the defensive front yet?
No, I mean, they're That's a group that I think has. Well, they have high expectations. You know, they have probably the most experience inside in the core. You know, being able to transition Dennis back out to the end position, just what he does. I mean, I really like what he's doing. You know, as you see guys like Derek McClendon. I mean, obviously Jared Verse coming in. Quayshawn Fuller working to establish himself, and then that group of freshmen ends that we had a year ago, whether it's Patrick Payton, Byron Turner, who was coming off injury. I mean, there's so much competition at the end spot that seeing who's going to really emerge in that is going to be fun to watch. But the D line, O line in the first couple of days, I mean, it's hard to get a real assessment. But I think Fabian's looked great. I mean, Robert Cooper's really doing a great job with his body weight, the way he's chasing the ball. It was good to have Jared out there today. He had a family matter why wasn't here the other day, but glad to have him back out and working. And then you look at Josh Farmer and Malcolm Ray. I mean, those are two young guys I think will be really, really impressive players here. And so I'm just looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your work.